Good morning, children. Today we are going to go for the topic equipotential surface and relation between field and potential. Let us go for the first topic, equipotential surface. Equipotential surface is a surface with constant value of potential at all points on the surface, and we know the expression for potential due to a point charge. V equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. For a point charge system, that is for a single charge, according to the expression, V will be constant if the distance r is constant. Or contrarily, we can go for the statement, when r is constant, V is constant. Thus, equipotential surface of single point charge or concentric spherical surfaces centered at the charge. Now the electric field lines from a point charge are radially outward, starting from the charge or ending at the charge, depending on the value whether Q is positive or negative. Let us go for the next slide. For any charge configuration, equipotential surface through a point is normal to the electric field at that point. Let us consider two more cases. The first case is that in uniform electric field. If you take a uniform electric field, the equipotential surfaces are the planes which are parallel to one another, and if the electric field is along the x-axis, then the parallel planes would be having their dimensions along YZ plane. That is, the planes are parallel to the YZ plane. And in this, if you see the direction of the electric field line, it is at right angle to the surface of the plane. And when it is such way, then the work done in moving the charge in the plane surface, it will be 0. Then the surface is considered to be equipotential surface. So the electric field lines always normal to the equipotential surface. And if we go for the statement, if the electric field is at an angle, inclined at an angle to the surface of the plane, then work done in moving the charge along the plane surface, it will be having its value along component, any one of the component of the electric field. So in this, when work done is existing, then the potentials, that is the surface, will not be considered as equipotential surface, because equipotential surface is the surface in which potential at all points are same, constant. Then the work done in moving the charge from one potential to another potential, it will be 0. And here in this slide, two more pictures are there. One is the equipotential surface due to the dipole, and another one is the charge configuration which is having two positively charged particles, and the equipotential surface for the same is shown. Let us go for the next slide. Next slide is about the second concept, relation between field and potential. In this, we are going to consider two closely spaced equipotential surfaces A and B, having their potential V and V plus del V, where del V is a change in potential and this del V is in the direction of the electric field. Electric field means the electric field direction is from the surface A to B. And let us consider the perpendicular distance del L, and we are going to take a point. To take the perpendicular distance, we are going to take a point P. From P, the perpendicular distance del L, it is going towards the surface A. So the work done in moving unit positive charge along this perpendicular distance, it will be giving nothing but work equals the potential difference VA minus VB. That is, since we are moving the positive charge from the point P to A, then that gives the potential difference between the final potential at A minus initial potential at B. So VA minus VB. This can also be written as work done, since it is equal to electric field line and the distance del L. So modulus of E del L, that is also the work done expression, that should be equal to potential difference V minus V plus del V. Finally solving this, we will get minus del V, and from that we can go for the next expression, modulus of E is equal to minus del V by del L. In this minus del V, when we take inside the modulus, that will get plus modulus of del V by del L. So finally we got the expression for electric field and the relation between field and the potential. Here, according to the relation E is equal to minus del V by del L, the electric field is a negative potential gradient. Or we can go for the statement, important 2 point that to be remembered is electric field in the direction in which potential decreases. And the magnitude of electric field is given by the change in magnitude of potential per unit displacement, and it is directed normal to the equipotential surface at that point. Children, now in our next slide we are going to see potential energy due to system of charges. In the diagram, if you see, there are two charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a distance R12, and this is the system of two charges. For this system of two charges, we are going to find out the potential energy. Now in this, we are going to make one assumption that first we are going to bring charge Q1 from infinity to point. Then we are going to bring the another charge Q2 from infinity to the point, so that it is at a distance R12 from Q1. Then we are going to work out the amount of work done in bringing. Now let us go for the concept. Consider the system of two charges Q1, Q2 with position vector R1 and R2 relative to some origin. So Q1 is at some distance R1 from origin. Then Q2 some distance R2 from some origin. Now we are going to determine work done by external agency to bring the charges to the given locations. That is, the charges are separated by distance R12. In this first, we are going to bring Q1 from infinity to the point, so that here in bringing the charge, here the work is done, but it is not done against any external field, because only the charge Q1 is alone brought from infinity. Now at some distance, that is R12 distance from Q1, if we take, or if you are taking point P is at a distance R1P from Q1. So at P, assumed point P, if you take the potential due to Q1, then we go for the expression V1 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1P. R1P is a distance of the point P from Q1. Now we are going to bring to this point P, we are going to bring Q2 from infinity. So work done in bringing charge Q2 from infinity to the point P, then Q2 when it is placed at the point P, now the distance between Q1 and Q2, let us take it as R12. Therefore the work done in bringing the charge Q2 from infinity to point P, it is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12, because the potential of it is the multiplication of potential of Q1 at P and the magnitude of the charge Q2. So when you go like that, then we will get the work done in bringing charge Q2 from infinity to the point, and at that point already potential exists due to Q1. So the formula expression that we get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12. Since here the electrostatic force is conservative, this work done gets stored in the form of potential energy of the system. Thus the potential energy of the system of two charges Q1 and Q2 is U equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R12. Let us go for the next slide. In this we are going to find a potential energy due to system of three charges. Let us consider already Q1 Q2 exist and they are separated by a distance R12. So the total potential at point P, at any point P, due to these two charges, we can take V12 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1P and Q2 by R2P. Now if we want to bring another charge Q3 from infinity to the point, so that Q3 it is at a distance R13 from Q1 and R23 from Q2, then amount of work done in bringing Q3 to that point is, it is nothing but total potential due to Q1 Q2 and the magnitude of the charge Q3. So accordingly when we substitute the equations, we get the expression 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught within bracket Q1 Q3 by R13 plus Q2 Q3 by R23. Therefore total work done in assembling three charges at given locations, it is obtained by adding work done in different steps. When you add up, finally we will get the potential energy due to system of three charges 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught within bracket Q1 Q2 by R12 plus Q1 Q3 by R13 plus Q2 Q3 by R23. Then we'll go for the next slide, children. In this we are going to find out the potential energy in an external field, potential energy of a single charge. Here we are going to assume a charge Q whose potential energy we wish to calculate. Let us consider it is in some external field and that external field is not produced by this charge Q. It is produced by some source charge external to the given charge, and the charge Q, it is not affecting the source charge, so that the external field it is not affecting. Now the electrostatic potential V due to the external sources, V is the electrostatic potential, and external field due to the source charge E. Now this external field and potential may vary from one point to another point in the field of the source charge. By definition, if we take at any point P, then the work done, V is the potential of at that point, V is the external electrostatic potential formed due to the source charge at point P. Now work done in bringing unit positive charge Q from infinity to that point, it is nothing but product of the charge and the existing electrostatic potential at P, so that it is nothing but Q into V. Thus we get potential energy of single charge Q in external field E, it is QV. Thank you, children. Now let us see the next slide, children. Potential energy of a system of two charges in an external field. Consider a system of charges Q1 and Q2 located at distance R1 and R2 from some origin. Let us consider external field E and V be the electric field potential of that field. Now, we are going to calculate the potential energy of this system by taking the work done bringing Q1 to the distance R1, and then we are going to bring Q2 to the distance R2, so that we are going to calculate total work done. Now let us go for the first expression. Work done to bring Q1 from infinity to R1 against a field, it is V into Q1, and work done on Q2 against the electric field, Q2 into V. Now work done on Q2 against the field due to Q1, then it will be Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. So by superposition principle, when we add up the work done on Q2 against the two fields, one is external field, another one is the field due to Q1, then we will get the expression Q2V of R2 plus Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Thus, the potential energy of the system, it is the total work done in assembling the configuration, that is work done due to Q1 and then work done against Q2. Q1V of R1 plus Q2V of R2 plus Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Now let us go for the final slide. Potential energy of dipole in an external field. In this diagram, we are going to consider uniform external field. It is indicated by the parallel arrows. Then in that, a dipole of plus Q and minus Q charge is placed. It is at an angle theta. Consider a dipole with charges plus Q and minus Q placed in uniform electric field. In a uniform electric field, the dipole experiences no net force, so it experiences only torque, and torque is given by P into E, which will tend to rotate it when the dipole is parallel or anti-parallel. When it is not placed like that, then it will tend to set the dipole along the direction of electric field or opposite. Now, suppose the external torque is T external applied in such a manner so that it neutralizes the torque which is existing, the dipole is experiencing in electric field, external electric field. Now, the amount of work done by the external torque will be given by amount of work done is tau external into d theta. Tau external work, it is equal to the torque experienced by the dipole, that is Pe sin theta d theta with limits from the angle theta naught to theta 1. So we will get, solving this, we will get the final expression integrating this Pe cos theta naught minus cos theta 1. This work is stored as potential energy of the system. Here, if theta 1 is taken as 0 angle, theta naught is taken as 90 degree, then the potential energy of the system is Pe cos 90 minus cos 0, that will get minus Pe cos 0, or we can take it as minus Pe. So, we have learnt potential energy of dipole in external field. Final expression that we got, it is if the angle of rotation is from 0 to 90 degree, then it will be minus Pe. Thank you, children.